Hello. And so for today's question, I would like to talk about some best practices with regards to um, teaching adults here at Screencastify that I think some best practices that we should adopt. And so, what I would like to do is really consider, and I'm going to use my focus here, really consider that when we are dealing with professional development or when we are troubleshooting, our customers are adults, and most of us come from an education background where we are strong in pedagogy. And so, adult learning theories and principles for teaching are going to be different. And so, one of the things that I would like to talk about today and just share with you. And I'm by no means going to share this entire article, but I do want to highlight some of the things that I feel we should adopt as best practices for teaching adults when we're interacting with our customers slash clients. And so I'm going to scroll down, and I apologize if this is moving fast. This is a really good article. If you've never heard of andragogy, which I'm sure most of us have, but I want to highlight these points here. The major difference between adult learning and teaching children is that adults tend to need to know why they should learn something. So when we go into helping adults or when we go in for our professional development, I think we need to know the motivation because teachers, unlike children, need internal motivation. Adults need internal motivation. If it's not going to benefit them, and I think our kids are like that too, but they're not going to necessarily tap in like we want them to. Adults specifically want to know how learning is going to help them. So when we're talking about Screencastify, we always want to do it from a point of view where we're talking like a human and we're not using corporate talk, but at the same time, we're really empowering them to know that this is going to be something that is going to make them work smarter, not harder. It's going to make their life easier. It's going to help them save time. We have to really highlight those benefits for them. And then the other couple of things on here that I want to point out is that knowing that they bring prior knowledge to the table about pedagogy is going to be a strong connecting point with them. And that's this bullet right here. Where it talks about they are self-direct, they bring prior knowledge and experience that form a foundation for their learning. I just think it's really important that we build on that foundation when we're giving them something, because teachers are going to be self-directed and they do want to take charge of their own learning. And so when we're helping them, we want to give them that human factor, but we also don't want to take on the perspective that we're teaching them as if they're learning something for the first time. And so I think they find relevance when it's more task oriented learning, which I think is great because we do that on our emails, right? We give them a little bit of information and a little bit of task, but we also include in it, hey, if you are a visual learner, you can look at these pictures. If you prefer to hear it and see it, then we give them the video. So we're also looking at their primary learning style. So I think we are actually doing these best practices when it comes to talking to adults and helping them troubleshoot our product or when we're responding from a customer service point of view. And I think that as long as we're doing that, those who come into Screencastify with questions will have this transformative learning experience. They'll have that learning experience that focuses on the change in which they learn about the world and how they interact with using ed tech. So that's the best practice I think that we should adopt moving forward and maybe include it in our onboarding. If it isn't already, maybe I just haven't got to that point. But I really think that we should point out the fact that adult learners are going to be different and they're going to be motivated differently and they're going to take ownership in a different way than what we're used to with having to like pull and prod our kids. So if you have any questions, let me know.